Let's get building.
Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to JonnyBuildz, and happy 250th birthday to this United States of America. Hope everyone's doing well. Good to see everyone. The poll is, hey, it's cookout season, grilling season, picnic season. What is your thing that you enjoy doing the most on a holiday like this, where you're celebrating, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, any kind of thing, Yes, happy 4th of July. Thank you. And thank you, Roxanne, for tuning in. So we are going to be doing a lot of stuff today to kind of celebrate the 4th. And it's going to involve classic stuff. As you can see, we've got a bunch of classic things here. Like, we've got an old fire truck, got an old space, got another, we got like a little, which they don't do anymore, but a motorcycle mail carrier. I think they use bicycles in some cities and stuff to do mail. Got another one. We've got backtracks over here, which I mentioned earlier this week. We've got a lot of things to do, to go through, to start building, because I'm getting started on a new project. Something that kind of came up over the last couple weeks in this lot that I got. As you can see, we've got like the Robot Command Center back here and a couple other little ships and things that are from all of these are from this one lot that I got, which had a number of instruction manuals, and one of them being, well, there's actually two of them, but one of them being a full Lego Ideas book that I actually had as a kid. And the cool thing about this Lego Ideas book is it is a story, but there's no words because minifigures don't talk, so to speak. But the story is all about building, starting off with like, hey, minifig man and woman come together and they build a house. And then from there, the town grows. And then things happen in the town. Well, you've got a fire in the house. They just built the house. Now it's got a fire. So you got to build a fire station and hospital and blah, blah, blah. So this Lego Ideas book has so much in it. And my wife came up with the idea of, you should do this as a project. Like, I'm not a big town person, especially not with like the modulars and things. Modulars look great. But yeah, it was kind of to think about and to custom build a town that kind of goes through from the 1970s, which I have some pieces from, to the 1980s, and just how things develop. For instance, like this is from the 80s, early 80s, and they go through some of the initial things of like, this is like Duplo, this is how younger kids were supposed to start things. And from there, it's like, well, let's build a town, So there's like castle in here and town stuff. And then we go to space. And some of these we had grown up as a kid, like the fire station here. I don't think we had the Exxon station, but we definitely had the motorcycle one. And then we go to space. And all of this combined together, like, this is imagination. Things like the smart brick and all the custom pieces that they have for Lego nowadays. And to be fair, sometimes you need those pieces. Sometimes you need specific looks and designs and stuff. But it's gotten so convoluted with different, the types of pieces you can get, that I think a lot of the imagination of like being able to figure out how to build a castle or a town has largely gone away. It's just kind of like, here, all right, here's a modular. All right, put it in. There you go. That's a new building for your town. So we're going to do a whole bunch of these classic sets in order to kind of start the process of making a town that's creative, that can be taken on displays. And this was just something fun to do. I like watching Brick bending because he does a lot of cool things, and I decided to try my own version of a Brick bend thing. And this is the rest of the pieces that I had. So this is going the opposite way. All it is 1x4 plate and these half circle plates. That's all this is. And it created something really cool. I mean, like, it moves. I mean, you can spin it if you want. We joked yesterday when I was creating it that it kind of looks like a tire from a monster truck that, like, Sully from Monsters Inc., the Disney movie, would ride on. Kind of, it's got like his kind of colors. But, like, you know, and this is going to, you know, if I get other pieces that are similar to it, this is going to be, you know, different. But this is creative, and I like watching brick bending stuff, so I decided to try my own. Really cool. So yeah. But anyway, this is a celebration. 250 years of the country. We're going to build a bunch of classic sets to get started on the town concept that I'm going to do, and we're going to do some giveaways. And in fact, we're going to do some giveaways now. We're going to give away a Dream set, Dream's little poly bag. So, let me put these back here. I need whoever's in the chat to express that they are in the chat. That way I can put your name in the wheel. So I already see Roxanne, if she's still here. Who else do we have in the chat? Because that's the only way you can win. I can't unfortunately right now see who's in. Well, you know what? I bet you I can't. Let me go into... Sometimes you can see stuff, sometimes you can't. YouTube does weird things. So let me go into my stream, and I will see if I can see who is here. And if you are here, I'm gonna make sure my volume is down. There's like a little thing that's supposed to be in the top corner that shows you who is here. There's Mr. Frost. I knew he would be here. Let's see. There was a third person. I don't know who it was. Oh, we got people showing up. Here we go. We'll put Mr. Frost in here. Who else do we have in the chat? If you're looking for a giveaway to do, this is the initial. This is going to be the first one. It's just a simple little dream set, but we'll get bigger as we go. Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Happy 250 for the US of A. What do we got? We got, oh, happy 4th. That's right. So we got KY Brickz in here. Welcome. Who else is in here? Just a quick little comment here in the chat, and then we'll do our first giveaway, and then we're going to get started building all of this. I've been building over the last week. I built like the Robot Command Center here and these couple other ships here. I did this yesterday because it was just a fun little thing to do. My first brick bending attempt. I got some other cool little pieces that go for fire truck type things. This one's only in one set, which is kind of cool. It's in a small fire truck, and this one is an extending. As you can see, it's got one tine broken, unfortunately, but this is an extending ladder. All of this we're going to start throwing into a town. That's an old school town type thing. All right, I'll give one more minute for people to say things in the chat so we can do a giveaway. And then we'll go from there. So if I go away, I'm trying to see where. Live chat. No, I don't want to dislike my own thing. Yeah, it's really weird how I know there's a way to see. Let me see if it's on here. Pardon me 1 second as I look. Stream settings. I don't want to end the stream because that would be sneaky. There we go. Participants. But right now, the participants are only, you know, the people that have said stuff. So, yeah, it doesn't say any others. Let's see, what's that? Great highlight video? No, I'm not doing that. Reactions. All right, so that's what we have. So no one else has said anything that I see chat-wise. I have it set to live. So, all right. We're going to do our first giveaway pool, and we will go from there. So, we've got 3 people in it. Let me bring up the wheel of names. There we go. We've got 3, so your chances are really good. And again, it's just a simple set right now. and I'll do this for every single giveaway that we do. I'm just whoever's in the chat, I'll say, all right, go to say something, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, this is a dream set that we're going for. It's just a little poly bag, but we're starting off small. So ready, we are going to spin the wheel. Whee! I didn't realize it had sound. Ooh, is it going to go all the way? Yes, it did. It just barely did. All right, Mr. Frost. Set that aside for you. Next time I see you, we'll give you the that dream set. There you go. All right. We're going to clear out the names and make it go away. So you get a little dreams. I guess he's a little bug, and he's got the little bunny thing, and it's got the goofy slime mold thing, whatever that character is. So there you go. All right, so we'll set that aside for Mr. Frost. All right. So we got other things to give away. We're gonna get started though. Like I said, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to get to. Happy 250th. And so, we have hamburgers, cheeseburgers right now is winning the poll. I'm going to get started on fire truck first. Again, like I said, I'm not a big town guy. I know people... I know people like to make big, giant towns. And you see this in, like, all kinds of... Here's our little fire dudes. And as you can see, this is old school right here. This is back when they just did stickers. This was not printed. They did stickers for them. And I don't have a second one that's exactly like this, where it just has the dots. So this guy is a little bit different. His sticker's a little faded. He's still got the dots, but he also has a little bit more with like a collar. It's definitely a sticker on there. With his hat. Nice. So anyway, they don't... What was I talking about? I can't remember. People that do the town displays, like their own town setup, like they, you see it on Instagram and stuff, but then that's it. I don't think they take it anywhere. I don't know a lot of people that do, or at least I haven't seen. It's just in there, which is cool and stuff, but we do displays here in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area and go to different events, and so it's you need something to bring. So I want to do a town that's unique and different. Ooh, that one's broken. That's a broken piece. I didn't realize that, so I'll have to get a different one. But what I like about the old school is that it is you can make a vehicle like this that looks really good and it's very creative. So, and that's what I like. I like the creativity. The big issue I have with the Smart Brick is Lego says, hey, this is all about creativity. And it's not, in my opinion. Until I get to play with it, I can't 100% say for sure. But from the videos I've seen, and everyone has their own opinion, totally fine. But from the videos I've seen, it is not all that creative because you have to play with it the way it was designed to. Okay, so we got our doors. The stickers are still on the doors, which is very unusual for a set that is this old. That door, so, and you can tell like this door, it barely sits in there, it wiggles very easily. So as things have gotten, as things get older, they lose their, whatever it's called, their clutch power a lot of times. The other thing I like about this, cars nowadays have to be, whenever they create them for, a set or whatever, the cars and things nowadays, got a little, someone put their teeth on that. That's one thing you find with older sets that you get as lots. When you're a kid, you put your teeth... How do you remove... You didn't have brick separators when I was growing up. How do you remove pieces that are very clutched together? You know? You use what you got. So. But, like, nowadays, like, your cars have to be fully enclosed and everything. This is not enclosed. This is nice and wide open. And it is awesome. And what did I do with the tires? I did not... I forgot. I got all the pieces except the tires. Luckily, I have the tire bag right here. So how's everyone doing today? What are your 4th of July plans? If you have 4th of July plans, what are they? Anything fun and exciting to do? These ones have a black, and they're in really good shape. Like, I remember a lot of our tires that we had growing up, they were mangled and everything like that. These are in really good shape. Alright, there's the first part. And I need 2 more of those in order to make the tire, or the, this thing. And they have to be flat. They can't have the bump in the middle. And there's a ton with the bump in the middle. Or the wrong color. So I gotta find the right one. So bear with me a second. Hey, Cliff! Good morning! Happy 4th indeed. We did our first little tiny giveaway. I'm working on... This fits you, Cliff. We are working on a fire truck. This is an old school town fire truck. If you stick around, there's some giveaways that are happening. So... just did one for a little tiny dream set, and going from there. Let's see if I can find... Aha! Nope, that's not it. There are... Oh, there we go. Alright, there we go. Another wheel. Alright. I had every other piece, just not the wheels. Oh, you just you just did a video on this set. That is hilariously cool. And it's really neat the way that it's designed. And I was just talking about the fact that, like, nowadays, a vehicle that you do, like any kind of speed champions, you know, town vehicle, whatever, has to be fully enclosed, like a real vehicle is. This, back in the day, like, wide open, you know, and that's part of the fun, you know, part of the, you know, it's accessible to get your characters in and everything like that. I can't remember. This is 6690. I think it's the snorkel. I think you're right. It's got like the little crane thing to it and everything. Sorting this morning in family. What are you sorting? Are you sorting for anything specific? And family is always a good thing. Especially like when you're celebrating a day like today. Yep, that's a snorkel. Okay. Why do they call it a snorkel? All right. Mr. Cliff, I know you know firefighting stuff. Why is it called a snorkel? Snorkels are for going underwater. Why is that called a snorkel? It is a really cool set, though. It's just neat. And it's going to be part of my new giant town display. I don't know how giant it's going to get, but it's going to be classic. Classic town. Classic themed stuff. Our next event that we're really getting geared up for is going to be Brickz, which is a lot of fun, and I hope to show this, have it done and show it. 2, 4, 5. Just sort of the general map. I know exactly how that goes. The other fun thing about the classic is, if you look, it's just kind of like, here, pieces here, here, here. They don't tell you which pieces. They don't outline them. This is old school stuff. This is like, hey, you know, you got to figure out where it goes. Which I also think is part of the fun. And yeah, I definitely have a general mess as far as, I mean, which is why I'm doing some of the giveaway stuff that I am today. We're actually going to give away one of the sets I have over here that's lined up. Let's build our little snorkel thing. Again, see if Cliff can say why it's called a snorkel. Because for me, that does not make sense. And this is all, like I was saying before, this is all from one lot. One lot that I got. All these classic vehicles and things, it's pretty remarkable. The guy had it in his attic for a long time. His kids didn't really want to play with it and stuff, so he just held on to it, and I got fortunate that he wanted to get rid of it. I only spent, and this is the weird thing, I only spent $40 on it, so. Which makes me feel kind of funny, because this is worth way more than that, but I'm not going to complain. And even talk him down from it, because I was like, that's plenty good. Mostly what I saw is something like this. Which set do you want? I saw the classic castle, and I was like, ooh, I have to get that. You so want that set. Which set? Maybe we can make something happen. The snorkel. Ah, okay. So you did so you did a video on this set, but you don't have the set? Maybe we can make something happen here. It is pretty neat. But why is it called a snorkel? That I don't understand. I would like to know. Because to me, it just looks like a crane, and the dude, he doesn't even have like a full, because the way it's designed, but he doesn't even have a full, you know, like, it's not like a hose gun type thing, it's just a gun, you know, so. Oh, I see, I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense, gotcha. Yeah. The one that got away. Alright. So we got one dude. We're gonna put the original dude. We're gonna give him the. Now I have a slightly different gun here because I only had two of these, and those go on the bottom here. See, this is the other creative thing they do that Lego did back in the day, because you were limited kind of on the pieces you could do. So they did stuff like this, where it's like, oh, we need to make the things that push down and keep the trailer. Like if you want to separate the trailer, you know, these guns slide down and up if you want them to, and then the trailer can stay, you know, just like a real one. Alright, so we'll put our fire dude in here. He's ready to fight the fire. Put that on here. This is pretty cool. It actually is really neat. Alright. Open up. There we go. Open up. He can be put into the fire. Well, not put into the fire. You don't put the firemen into the fire. Put these up and put this on here. There we go. It's you got to be careful. It's a little top heavy depending on how you have it and how you have this extended out. But you can use the these things to support it better. It's not 100% perfect, but look, here we go. We got our fire dude. No, they don't. Absolutely, they do not make Legos like they used to, and that's kind of my reasoning for doing this, is for doing a giant town that I can bring in and show people, like start from the 70s, because I have well, the last thing we'll do today I had is from the 70s, at least the first one. he doesn't stay in the truck very well. And this hat doesn't stay off. See, and that's part of the fun too, is Lego doesn't necessarily stay exactly how you want it sometimes with the older stuff, because the clutch power is gone, you know? So, but okay, I'm gonna put him back. There we go. And there we go. We got our little truck, our little snorkel. So again, called a snorkel. I never knew that. Tell me, Cliff. I need to know, why is it called a snorkel? What about this is a snorkel? It is. It's pretty cool. I thought that you came in at the right time, I'll tell you. So, all right, we got our first one done. We're going to move it over here. I wanted to show you that too, Cliffy. I did kind of my own brick bending thing. I think it turned out really cool. We'll move the fire truck off to the side. Over there. And we will work on this guy. Okay. This is a classic space. I never had this one growing up as a kid. But it's like a little space lab. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That's weird that it's called a snorkel, but okay, that makes sense. Okay, so it's got a water cannon on top. Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. All right. So, who do we have in here? Anyone else that is curious about being in a giveaway? I am going to give away this guy, actually. So this is a classic space set, small, but we're going to give it away. They have a lot of, it's a big water can. Okay, that makes sense. So this guy has actual movement, like it you know, here, you know, this guy goes fast this way, and then he's ready to fight this way. He's got some hoses, he's got his little engines, really cool, and of course space figure on top. Unfortunately, the symbol is a little faded. You need this one, or you need the snorkel? You need this guy? Alright, well let's see if you can win. And if you don't win, maybe we can do an exchange if the other person does not, if the other person that wins. Yes, good old space. So let us get the wording, or the purple. So Mr. Frost is in here. It's Frosty, I can't spell. We got Cliff is in here. Who else do we have? If you're in the chat, say something. You got a minute. I'm gonna show up the bill of names. Right now we got Cliff and Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost already won one. Yep, I got you, Cliff. I got you. This is a cool little dude, though. And here's another one that I built the other day. I never saw this as a kid. I never saw this. Whoops. Being hit by the thing. I never saw this as but this is an actual set. They actually did a bigger robot. Whoops. Like, he moves, his legs move, like, really cool. Yeah. Like, they did a neat little robot that, like, everything is articulate and everything, so. Anyone else for the giveaway? We're doing just this little space set right here. Bye, bot. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. It's weird doing opposite. We're doing this. So if you want in the giveaway, say something in the chat really quick. That one's cool. I like that one. Mr. Frost might clean up since we only have 2. So if you're in the chat and you want a chance at this giveaway, say. You got 10 seconds. Get ready. I'm going to get ready with my next set of instructions to build this set. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to go with it. We got Cliff and we got Mr. Frost. So let us spin and see who wins. Oh, it looks like Cliff has won the space set. Now, Mr. Frost seems like he expressed he would like this. So it's up to you, Cliff. I'll give you an exchange. We have this. Let me get rid of the wheel. Congratulations, Mr. Cliff. We have this dream set that he won before, and we have this little guy. Now, I don't know. You two can battle it out. If you if you want to exchange, so to speak, you two can do that. You guys can figure it out. But this is what Mr. Frost won before. Mr. Cliff has won this, and Mr. Frost expressed interest in the little ship. So it's up to you guys. If he wants to trade, all right. It's up to you, Mr. Frost. Do you want to trade? Hey, Brett! Oh, you just missed the next giveaway. We're giving away this. And we're potentially doing a little exchange. Good to see you, Brett. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna be doing our next set, which is a space set, here in a second. I'll put these over off to the side. If Mr. Frost agrees. Aw, that's awesome. So that's good. We're doing an exchange. So Mr. Frost, you get the little tiny space set, and the dream set goes to Cliff. So I'll get your address, Cliff, later. So we've got 2 classic space. Again, the symbols always seem to fade in a lot of these. But we're gonna build this little space lab. Start off with the base plate. And this one's really cool because it's got a lot of hinges in it. This is hinges. They started very early having hinges in order to do things in a lot of the space sets and make things unique. All right. So that's one that's cool. That's cool that that's one that you've been needing or looking for, Ross. That's really cool. All right. Now here's the fun thing. So in this lot that I got, it's all about rhyming. So they have a unique piece in here, a unique translucent piece for the windshield. I have a second one of these and a whole bunch of these as well. These translucent green pieces, which tells me. And I have another one of these as well. Another one of these gray armature things. Which tells me I probably have a second one of these, or most of a second one of these in here, which is really cool. But I have to see. I haven't gone through it yet. So, but this lot that I got from this guy has been pretty remarkably amazing. It's not quite the right color. Those are a little bit... They're a little bit the wrong color. I didn't realize that. I can always change those. Those are not quite gray. These are more current gray. You can see the difference in the coloring. This is more the bluish gray, but I have other just light gray ones. So this one I've never had. I never had it as a kid. I never had it as. So if I have a second one, we can work something out. This one I am not going to give away, though. Sorry. This one's actually a really cool set, and I've seen it listed in a lot of places. So. Again, this is all, we're all, celebrating, happy 250 to America. America. Whether, and it's not about politics. It's just about the country that we live in, and the people, because the people are what make up the country. So that's what I celebrate as far as that goes. So. Yes, absolutely, Brett. The vintage, the way it's designed, the vintage space stuff is really cool. Really, really cool. Alright, so this is gonna flare out. We're gonna have another one over here. Little headlights. This is Snot Brickz before they did Snot Brickz. They use things like this headlights, which are 2/3 tall. So you could do snot bricking. You could make it work, depending on how you could orient it. The other thing they have, and I don't think this particular set has one. No. The other thing they had was the 90-degree angle things. That's kind of how you did snot bricking back in the day. So, yeah, that's awesome that that you guys were able to work that out. That's really cool. So you say you need that one, Mr. Frost. Are you doing Now, Mr. Frost, for those that don't know or can't tell, Mr. Frost is actually in my lug. Are you looking to do like a classic space-themed type thing, or is it you're just collecting the classic space stuff? Just out of curiosity. I might not have enough of these. Let's see. Steering wheel. Vintage space is awesome, and the one thing that they did, and there's two on the Robot Command Center here, is these armature things that come out, just really cool and very sci-fi-y. Really neat how it was all designed back in the day. Do I have enough of those? I might not. We'll see. I think I put in the right amount of those things. So. Both. Your lug is what happened? Did they unfortunately fall to not having enough, like they don't do enough, or like the Lego Lords came down from on high and said no? Like what happened? Because I know there's some fallout with this whole, you know, the land is no more, it's now something else. Is that what happened? That really stinks. Ooh, I need, I didn't put them in here. The one buys. I'll have to do that later. One by ones, so. The Lego Friendship Lug. I like that. That's cool. All are welcome. I agree. That's the way it should be. Look at that. That just looks, the coloring and everything. Yeah. Oh, they vote. Oh, that's interesting. So you're one of the lugs that voted not to be. Whoops, not that. I need regular 1x2. And in fact, I don't have enough. So I need to. Where's my gray? So they voted to no longer be a lug, which is interesting because with all the members of that's something I've talked with our lug, some of our members about is the fact that I don't think Lego gives us enough. And I think we should be overall. I think we should be a brick building group because there are a lot of other brick building things out there. I know it's not Lego. Lego has been the main player for so long, but there are some really good sets out there that are non-Lego, and the quality is pretty darn good. I know you've seen that. We've talked about that before, Cliff. But it's interesting, and the amount, because it seems like Lego is like kind of tightening their grip. Like if you're an influencer, I'm not an influencer for Lego. But if I was, I would not be able to review any of those things, any of those other sets. They're trying to pull in tight on stuff, and it's like, I think that's the wrong idea. I don't think they should restrict, because I think that, and that's why there's a lot of influencers that have jumped ship. They are no longer Lego influencers, they're other brands now. And I think that's Lego's fault. That's a little bit torn up, but it'll work still. Ooh, I need a 1x4 still. Did not do that right. I think Lego did a bad as far as that goes. And their choice, absolutely, their choice. But, more power to them, I guess. But I don't think it's going to work out well for them. And I'm okay with that. This is another thing, again, classic space. So, like, we have this big opening here. There's nothing that fills that in. And that's okay. That's the way they're doing things. And then these open up these things. So there we go. Let's get the last couple things here. I need another 2x1. This one I did not pay attention to when I was torching, when I was getting the pieces out of the lot, I guess, as much. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The colors that they use for all this stuff is great. Oh, I did have one. That's right. Well, they always had oxygen tanks, so they didn't need it. That I'll have to get a different one because it. Ooh, yeah, that one's breaking, so the antenna is not the best. But we'll leave it there for now. Okay. Gun on top. This is the other thing too is like, hey, Lego is all about no guns and stuff. Totally blasters. I know they're not like guns like, you know, we know from, you know, the world, but they are guns. So, hey, good morning, you are. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. As always, my moderator. Let's do the wheels. This thing has a lot of wheels, and I found them all. Got 6. Uh-oh, I got one that's incorrect, though. Accidentally. So these are all like this with the red, and then I got one of these. Let me switch it. Cool. Yeah, it started cooling down here too. We had thunderstorms that came through last night a little bit, and it started cooling things down. Here we go. How are you doing today, you are? You having a good day? What are your plans for the 4th? Fireworks, anything like that? And I'm missing, it looks like I am still missing one of these. I couldn't find it in this lot that I had, so I have my own somewhere that I'll have to put on. Now this is the fun part. So we have this little doohickey that connects this, and then you put the whole thing onto the armature. But you also build this little thing. There's this one. And you put this little gun in the middle. And then this is actually from a person. I hadn't found the gray one yet, so I put a yellow one in. This is actually what they used before minifigs. They had these as you could build people. That's how you built them. And so then you take this and put it on the armature like that. And then this actually can be pulled off, and you put this, I'm not going to do it right now, but and then you put this on, and it's like some kind of scanner or whatever. So it doesn't really show. I think it goes right in the middle. It doesn't really show how it goes on or where on the set itself. Oop, there's our antenna. That's why we need a new one, because it is a little chewed up. So, all right. And then you have your little radio thing. Have your wrench. Always, all classic space sets have a wrench. All right, and then we open up, ready for business. Our 2 little space dudes are hanging out. They're gonna do whatever stuff they need to. And there we go. I threw some extra pieces in case I needed them, so I threw those in there, but we don't. So there we go. This is our little space lab. He unfortunately has a bad hand. His hand broke, so we'll have to fix that. So magic. Noise. Yes, I agree. They are scientific instruments. These are not scientific instruments. No one in their right mind thinks these are scientific instruments at all. Nobody. So, yeah. All right. There we go. We got our little lab done. Sweet. We will move it to the side as well. Here's our I don't know if you've seen that yet, but lots of chicken today. Aw, that stinks. I'm so sorry. This is my first attempt at a brick bending thing, and so far I think it turned out really cool. All right. We'll put both our guys, they're driving from up top. And man, that antenna definitely is not staying. So we're gonna just lay it down right there because I will need to put in a new one. So there we go. All right. So again, these are all being built to do a town that is a classic town, essentially. Home built things, you know, like that are more classically designed, that have features in them that are based on the bricks themselves, not specialty pieces or whatever. So this is a little tiny guy, not much to him. Came with 2 figures, and it's a male motorcycle. So back whenever the mail got delivered, and I'm missing a. Oh, I didn't put a 2x2 in for the bottom of this. Hey, it is 9:48. Our clock is getting closer to the end. So back in the day, I guess I have to start here, not do the mail thing. So back in the day, they did all these little motorcycle things that they had. And I had the motorcycle shop growing up. And this one's cool because you make a little sidecar with it. Like really, really cool idea. And see, this is what I'm talking about, is the creativity seems to be gone a lot of times. Like, they utilize the pieces to do stuff. Like, they manufacture the pieces to be more about, hey, you know. Now this part's funny. So these letters just hang on the back of the bike, and it's like, those are gonna go flying. But hey, it's all right. There we go. There's our bike. And we're gonna finish our people. Like I said, very simple set, but that's okay. And I saw someone post something about this yesterday, actually. The whole yellow figures thing, I wish Lego had never gone away from. They started with the Star Wars stuff. They started giving flesh tones and stuff, and now it's like everything has to be, and like yellow just made sense, I think. There's our person, she's got her letter. There's our biker dude. Looks like I gotta give him a tail light. Yeah, that's my intention, but it's going to be full classic, in the sense that it's something I can take to places, but I'm going to showcase with it, this is where Lego came from. You know, like, this is what Lego used to be. Oh man, that's hard to get him in there with the extra stuff. That's kind of, there we go. Kind of got to slide him in. There we go. All right, so we got our mail carrier dude. And just a tiny set, but it's cool. I mean, like, it's neat. The bike works, obviously. This opens up. You can get your letters out. You can put the letters in to the slot. I mean, you can make a story with that. That's what Lego claims to be all about. And, you know, again, they don't. I like what Cliff said. They don't make them like they used to, and they definitely don't. It's all become about, unfortunately, it's all become about the money. I think it would be cool to do a city, like, not even modularize, you know, like using like the Mills plates, but to modularize it so other people can just like add on to your city. And I think that would be a cool way to collab stuff. All right, we're gonna do another giveaway. So if you are in the chat, I know Mr. Cliff is in there. Brett, you are in here as well. We are going to do a giveaway. This is from the last one. So Cliff is in there. I need to do the shuffle. So we got Cliff. We got Mr. Frost, I think, is still here. We got Brett. Are you here? If you're in the chat, say something. We're going to give away this. We're going to give away a little... I keep forgetting to take away. Sorry. Hold on. We're going to give away this. Still here. In here. Yep. We're going to give away this little set. This is a little city set that's go-karts. And this is kind of funny that I had this, because they're doing a whole go-karts thing with the Formula One people. So it's like weird. And they're doing like 22 of them. I think that's kind of goofy. But anyway, this is what we're going to give away right now. So we got you are in here. Yeah. Bring it back up. And I know Brett was here. He's doing something, I'm sure. So, all right, we got everyone. Hey. See, someone just joined the chat. If you want to be entered into the giveaway, say something. You are said something. I got everyone. Mr. Frost, Brett, Cliff, you are. Who else? I know there's one person lurking, but it might be my wife, I guess. All right, we're gonna give this away. Actually, here, you know what? I can do this. Yeah, exactly. They apparently need tons of them. There we go. Move it off to the side there. Now I can see. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is what we're giving away. We got our 4 people. Give another 30 seconds for anyone else to join. Wow. People are choosing. This is what we're going to do next. I'm really excited about this one. This is the only Blacktron set I never had as a kid. This is Batrax. I never got it. I just saw on eBay someone had a sealed Batrax, and they're like asking. No, it was on Bricklink. It's a sealed Batrax, and they're asking for like $500 for it, which is insane. This is a really cool set. Yes, it's Blacktron. Blacktron was always my favorite, just because they're in black. This came after Futron. And I just love the Blacktron series. So Blacktron, I think, is my favorite. Space Police 1 is my second favorite. So very, very cool. I'm so excited to build this, and that I had no idea he had this in there, and all the pieces are there. It's so cool. So I can't wait to build that. It'll be next. Yeah, it's a fantastic looking set. So all right, everyone's here that we said. So let us do. Cliff, give me a number between 1 and 5, and that's how much I'm going to shuffle. That's how much I'm going to shuffle the spinner. 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let us click. See who wins. Little bumper cars. Is it going to be Mr. Frost? Is it stopping? It is! Congratulations, Mr. Frost. You get a little bumper card. Now, if something comes up for the next one, and, you know, hey, something happens and you can, you know, trade like you just did earlier, that would be cool. All right, let's work on Batrax. And then I don't think I'm going to get to this one. This one is a really cool set, too. I never had as a kid, and I actually have 2 of them. This is like some kind of missile command thing, and it is a really cool-looking set. But I don't think I'm going to have time to get to it. This is really cool, too, because it had all of these tubes in it. These are the fluorescent kind of looking yellow tube things in it. Everything was in here. It's just so cool. There's a little black crown dude. Pieces over here. All right. And again, another thing. So this, like all the, there's no there's a couple pages, but like they shove so much into these instructions and everything, which is really cool. So fantastic that this is the way sets used to be built and designed. All right, so let us do that one. There we go. So what is everyone's plans for today? You know, we're celebrating the country's 250th birthday. I have on the poll about doing your favorite kind of foods for grilling and stuff. What is everyone up to have fun today? I know Mr. Frost is sorting, but there's got to be some kind of, you know, celebration or whatever that you're doing. At least the coloring instruction looks accurate. You are correct. It does look accurate. I have seen so many instructions now, even recently, where the coloring is awful. This actually looks like it's supposed to. See ya, Cliff. Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Go have fun. Enjoy yourself. Absolutely. Go have fun. May the brick be with you. Thanks for tuning in. Cliff, I'll get information from you to send you your little dream set. I did not realize this about Batrax either, but it has, you see this hinge that's here. It actually, there's 2 parts to it, and they independently move, which is pretty cool. This one I know for sure I have all the pieces here. I'm not going to have to go fishing for them. Aside from in here. I think we're actually going to head to the Brickz and Minifigs store at some point. They're doing a special because of it being the 4th, where random cat hair. When you have cats, you get hair everywhere. I don't know if you guys have cats, Mr. Frost, but you notice that? But anyway, our Brickz and Minifigs is having a sale where if you buy 1 bag of bulk, you get 2 free, which is fantastic if you're just looking for bulk. So that's really cool. I think we'll take I'm gonna take a little ride out there. Yeah, that is a great sale. I mean, like, you get the biggest bag and you get 2 of them for free. You can't beat that. I mean, I guess you could beat it if you got like 3, but I mean, like, why be greedy? Oh, whoops. So I got to be careful because we do have, printed pieces. So I got to make sure I don't accidentally put in the wrong. I got to actually set that aside because double check this one that I didn't put in a printed piece. Oop. Okay. Oh, you found the rocking plants. Cool. Yeah. So did you build them yet? Are you building them now? The rocking plants are pretty neat. My wife, when she built hers, she made it so the butt didn't rock, so that like they Otherwise, they kind, because you can interconnect them with each other, like that the happy plants. But like, if you do that, like the rocking plants kind of run against them, so it makes it kind of goofy. Alright, so that goes there. This is old school connections. Like they've been doing this since the beginning, where you use some just simple Technic things to connect the different pieces of the craft. Oh, there's the other one. Good. So now we have both specials. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to put. Oops. That goes there. I need these 2x2 plate to go on. Where's my other 2x2s? Maybe I didn't put in. Oh, nope, they're over here. Move the fire truck. Ah, got stuck. There we go. Now we can put this on. 3x2s. It's a really cool looking, unique set. I'm so excited that I was able to get this unexpectedly in this lot, because it'll complete my collection of the Blacktron stuff. And again, it's my favorite series. So I think Futron, because of the monorail, I think is my third favorite. Does it go? Yes, it goes on the ends here. All right, so we are done with the first section. Okay, there we go. Looking pretty cool. Nice coloring and everything. Now we're going to start on the back half. And it all connects together, and then you have to put it down so that you can finish everything up. Coolest name for a set though, Batrax. And I guess it kind of does look like a bat a little bit. There's our 6. So we have 2 more giveaways. We're gonna do a giveaway here after I finish Batrax, when we go to our last set we're gonna build. And then we'll have one more after the last set, just so you know. The last set coming up is a white whale. I can't wait to build this one as well. Both of these actually were white whales. This one was unexpected. The other one is one that I knew was in there. I still had to get a couple pieces, and unfortunately, and I'll talk about it now, unfortunately, one of the things that I got off Bricklink, which has some of the structure for this last set that we'll be doing, did not come in. It should have. They sent it in time. It might be in today, but it won't be in for at least a couple hours, because it's coming regular mail. So oops, that's too long. Okay. So I have pieces to substitute for the time being, because it should have been in. I ordered it in plenty of time, but unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes. So The mail does go through, but sometimes it is slow. But the pieces I got will work plenty fine. I'll be able to replace them when I get them in, and then it will be complete. Some of you may have seen my reels on Instagram. Some of you have an idea what it is. I'm stoked to be building it here in a little bit. True white whale that I never thought I would really get. Oops. At least not, you know, intact and full. Like I figured like I could source the pieces, which, you know, would be expensive. But it's weird too, because like some sets are very expensive, and it's not just the minifigures. Sometimes it is. Minifigures I still find amazing. Oh, that is bad. Tycho, I gotta get different. Good thing I put an extra. I think it's an extra, but yeah, bad piece. Nope, not yet. Getting ahead of the game. Jumping ahead. Alright, we got all our tools that need to be used. These are always funny. Is like it's not quite the frying pan, but they use these to like put like if you put like little, you know, red thing on it, it was like a stock thing or whatever. Those have been used in classic sets and stuff for quite a long time. We got our gun, blaster, whatever. I know Lego doesn't call it a gun. And hammer. There it is. Got all the tools. Go right in there. Okay. We got all our tools. And last hinge here. Thanks everyone for tuning in today, by the way. Really appreciate it. I know there's lots you could be doing getting ready for the 4th. Alright. This is our engine for Batrax. We're creating here. Again, Batrax is just one of the coolest looking ones. It's got a lot of neat techniques to make it awesome, and awesome pieces too. Where's our panel pieces? There's our panel pieces. So what we do with the panel pieces is make it so that it almost is like the tools are hidden. The tools are hidden. I know with all the black, it's kind of hard to see necessarily. Where's the rest of my panel? I know they're here. I know I threw them in here. Here's one. All the pieces start to look the same after a while sometimes. I had one more panel. Maybe I didn't throw it in. Oh, there it is. I knew I threw it in. So, alright. There's Batrax. Let's put these two. Pieces on. And so we do Lego still did things like this. So like you got a space set, but they're like, hey, we've got window pieces. Let's just make it more spacey looking by making them dark instead of making them like, you know, a color for like town, and put it into the set. So there you go. So it's got like a like a way to get to the you know, to your tools. You know, it opens up. So that's kind of cool. But this is town window stuff, which is again not something you see used. I mean, they are creative with some pieces and stuff still, like using the techniques of like the frogs for the the botanicals for doing the what is it called? The orchid. All right, so we got to do 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we start getting some of the color in this, aside from the yellow. 8, and then we put red on each of them. This is the engine, I guess. And then you bend them down a little bit, and it's just like an engine. I was so stoked whenever I saw that. It was the windshield that gave it away. I was like, I have backtracks. Okay, so here's where we put the pieces together. This one goes up 1. So we're gonna go like this and put it together, and then we take a Technic pin system essentially. So we got the Technic shaft. Put one in with that. Put it through. That, and then we do the bottom shaft, or bottom sticky thing. So now, backtracks can move. There we go. Right, let's move this out of the way a little bit. So my backtracks here. Now we start doing everything together. We're going to put the tires on here in a second, which I think really makes it look, gives it the look. 3x2. Put these on here. More cat hair. If you have any cats, you know what I'm talking about. Just gets everywhere. Cat hair. Okay. Now this is cool because the way we do this is it kind of keeps it from moving too much with having one on, or 2 on each actually. These tubes help keep it, makes the flexibility so it's not just like wobbling randomly. This makes it so like it really has to, you have to make it turn, you know. Where's my last headlight? Headlight fluid. Let's go. All right, there we go. Ah! Decided to pop off there. All right, there we go. So that looks really cool. So that keeps it from wiggling too much on its own, which is kind of a neat feature. Neat design. All right, so we are going to put this on. And again, something that they utilized a lot in classic space type Lego is all kinds of printed, just simple tiles like this. But the arrows always were like, hey, this is where this needs to move, okay? Or where it needs to go. Let's put on these big tires. I didn't pull the, so these have like little inserts in them. I didn't take those out because I didn't want to accidentally, because I have a couple in here that are in the lot that are broken, and I didn't want to risk potentially damaging any more. So now we got to build the front, the cockpit. All these 2x1 pieces. No cartoon this morning because I'm doing this stuff, and I still need to figure out what I can and cannot do. I'm building a lot of stuff today, and they gave me a warning for the last one I did, and I'm trying to figure out. I've talked with Marcella about it and some other things. Doing research, and there's no real clear definition of like what I may have done wrong. It's just so try to figure that out for next week. So no cartoon today. And the video from last Saturday got taken down. And again, I'm trying to find out what it was, because like I see lots of reaction channels where it's like, hey, they throw in whatever and they just sit there sometimes and just like let the video play. I talk over it, and I don't know. So we'll get back to the cartoons hopefully next week once I get that all figured out. So we're working on bat tracks, and then the last thing will be coming up shortly. One, two, buckle my shoe. So many of these little pieces. When I saw bat tracks here, I was like, oh, that's so awesome. And, oh, there it is. I was like, I think I need one more. So this is our cockpit. Build a little thing here. And this, I believe this piece, this windshield was used in barely anything as far as like other Lego things, which I'll be putting on in a second, but it's a very unique windshield and cockpit piece. This classic Blacktron symbol goes right on the front, of course. Have a fantastic 4th, you are. Thanks for stopping by, as always. So we're going to put our driver in so that he can drive bat tracks around. Okay, he's cool. There's our driver. Good shape. Put him in there. Close his visor. There we go. All right, he's ready. He's ready to drive. This is the unique thing. So we've got not only the windshield, but this piece goes on with it. It's a double hinged windshield, which is just cool. I think the only other thing that I've seen it in is actually the monorail. One of the engine things has this. So we put this on here. Snaps on, and then not only you can lift the whole thing. It's kind of cool. So. And this connects up right here to bat tracks. So it fits in with a Technic piece, like so. Now you have the front. Now we gotta do the back end, which is the satellite part, I guess you could say. It's the bat, so to speak, for bat tracks. Like I said, kind of looks like a bat. All right, let's prepare for the next giveaway. If you're in the chat, give a shout out, say something, you know, be like, you know, hoot and holler, you know, whatever. But say you're in the chat, and I will throw you into the wheel. Not throw you in, because that would just be rude. But. If you want to be part of the giveaway. The real wheel? I'm using it. Oh, the one down. No, I'm not using that. I have a virtual wheel. So I need a real. That's a Tyco piece. I gotta get a real 1x4 black piece. A lot of 2x4s. I'm curious why I have all these black pieces in this lot. I'm curious what other sets are in here, because there are a lot of them. Still here, Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost is cleaning up. There we go. There we go. That's a Lego piece. Yes, it does say there are 4 people. I'm not able to look at the list, unfortunately. Like, it just looks at the people that have commented. So sorting never ends. Sorting just never ends. Now 5. Yeah, if you're in the chat and you want to be part of the giveaway, give a holler. You know, say something. I know Mr. Frost did. So he's in. And you know, Tyco was fine. They did things that Lego didn't. That's the way I always look at it. Is that's okay. Lego will not let you do Tyco or any other. Ooh, I got that. There we go. Too far in. Lego, they were frugal. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, even though Lego was cheaper back then, overall, relatively speaking, like, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Let's put our wings on. Our bat has wings. Ooh, whoops. Need to put on. Yeah, say something in the chat if you're here. You want to be part of the giveaway? We'll draw. We'll do the next one. If Mr. Frost is the only one, then I'll spin the wheel and he'll get the little congratulations. Like I said, he's cleaning up. More people were here. This is a really cool set. And big tall things go on. Okay. This is our Batrax bat. It goes right in the middle. There. The extra 1x6 for some reason. I must have put an extra one in there. I think everything went through properly. Alright, Mr. Frost, you're going to be the winner, I'm sure. There's no one else. I mean, free Lego's free Lego, right? Does not want to go in. Well. These rocket pieces, you gotta get it in the hole just right in order for it to get in there. There we go. So Batrax is very unique. They started doing this with some of the future. I mean, Classic Space did this a lot too. So there it is, finished. But the cool thing is, you can take it and pull this off. The arrows say to pull off the front and then join these together, and there you go, you got a little ship. So that is one of the cool things about Batrax, is you can do that and it becomes, you know, a different ship, and you've got this is like, hey, this is where you do the you know, the experiments or whatever, blah blah blah. So yeah, it is a fantastic set. I never had it growing up. I have the intercept base, the message intercept base. I have the all the other things. Alienator. I got last year. Yeah, I got last year the real Renegade. Like, I got the first one, but yeah, I got the real Renegade, and it doesn't quite close. It's supposed to stay open. So yeah, Batrax is an amazing set. It is so cool. So. All right, Mr. Frost is gonna win. No one else has said anything in the chat. So there's no Brett that I see. There's no UR. There's no Cliff. Who's gonna be beating Mr. Frost for? Where is it? This set. This is a creator set. It's a little owl and a puppy, and they are reading a book. So another 30 seconds, and then we will draw this. Batrax is awesome. So, all right, we're gonna put him to the side. I'm not gonna have time to do the other space set, which might be one that you need, Frost. I don't know. Ugh. But what we are gonna get ready for, last but not least, something really yellow. All right, here we go. Whee! Spin the wheel. There's only Mr. Frost on there. Yay! All right. So there you go. Is what it is. So this is a white whale. Got a lot of pieces. A lot of yellow. And I only had 3 of the 4 base, or 4 of the 5 base plates I needed for it. So I had to get one, and it came in yesterday. So we are going to start building it here. Now the instructions, I actually have. You need 1 old gray space helmet. You mean like this? I only have the 1, but and these don't stay on very well, and they're very, very fragile. But yeah, gray space helmet. So this is the layout of the yellow castle, and I'm gonna have to spread this out a bit so that I can see all the stuff that I need. I also don't have the instructions for it. Well, I do, but they're not the best. So I am actually going to bring up the hold on, gotta get back to the beginning. I was looking through it. Yellow castle. And I need to bring up the... Not that. Where is it? There we go. Forgot to get this set up. So we're going to... Come on. I gotta get the view taken care of. You can see too. It goes. Lock that. And there we go. All right. So there's our yellow castle. Advance, and there we go. So those are our base plate, and they show you on it like where all the pieces are going to go. They don't put them on there first thing, but you know they show where they're going to go. So here we go, and we've got all the pieces except for a couple that we need, and that's okay. This is a huge set, especially for back in the day. So put that there. All my hinges are in here. Now this is a unique castle too, because as you can see where the hinge goes, it opens this way. Really goofy. All the other castles open like big way, like these things come out and like it's just like a wing. This one has like multiple wings. It's kind of weird, but it's the way they made it. So. And I have a lot of extra bricks in here because as I was throwing stuff, as I was sorting and putting the stuff in, it was like, man, there's a lot of bricks here. So like I had to keep tossing ones in just in case I was off or whatever by the count. So yeah. It is yellow castle time. And this, again, this is a white whale that was not expecting to get. I mean, I was expecting in the lot that I got. But one of those ones that's like, man, I don't think I'm ever going to get that. So yeah, yellow castle. Very cool set. Very unique set. Like all these figures, I have a whole bunch of the figures over here. Very unique, all sticker, things on there. This is an amazing sticker. The original flag. So I have a lot of original stuff. It's not all here as far as the figures go, but the pieces are pretty much here. Yeah, I made a mess on my floor. I had to dump out all the yellow because I still have, because the bag of yellow, again, this bag of yellow, this all was in there, you know, plus. So it's like, man, I had a lot to go through and sort in order to find everything. Alright, so we need another hinge. There are 8 hinges, but with all these pieces it might be a little tough to find them all initially. Okay, first half is done. We did, you know, as you can see. Oh, I need the 2x2s that are up here. And this is where you have to count. 2 offset by 1. So, yes, it was Marketplace. The guy had been a Lego collector when he was younger. He was a little bit older than I am, and yeah, like I said, I was like, I can't pass this up. There's no way I can pass this up just for the Yellow Castle in and of itself. But like all the other stuff that was in there, like Batrax, Robot Command, all of these were in there. The Robot Command Center was in there. The fire truck, and like everything. It was, and it's in such good shape. Like all these pieces are like really nice. So, and I got it in, where was it? Evans City, I think it was. This was a couple weeks ago. And yeah, again, not one of those things that I got very fortunate that I saw it when I did. And like, so like I said, I got it for $40. And I guess he was talking to one other person that was interested in it, and they were like offering like 20 or something like that. It's like this is a giant bin of classic Lego, and you're trying to undercut, you know, I mean, come on, $40. It was, yeah, just silly. And so I talked to the guy a bit about, you know, what he had done, like, as a kid, and like, you know, his Lego, you know, stuff that he played with. And I told him, you know, I'm part of the Steel City Lug. My plan is to use this to be able to show people and like display it and like, you know, have fun with it, and like it's not a collection. I mean, it is a collection, but like I'm not here to be like, I just want to resell it or something like that. Like I actually want to use it. And he was like, yeah, you know, that's exactly what it should be. You know, it should be played with, and I agree. So it definitely made sense to get. And this will be, I think I'm going to make this, now that I'm starting to build it, I think I'm going to make this like the cornerstone of the idea of the town that I'm playing. Like make this the center, and, you know, go from there. I think that'll be cool. Got to figure it all out, but I think it'll be cool. Now the interesting thing is, so we have this wings, these 2 wings are coming out. They come out. These ones, they have a block on, so you can't make them come out right away. It's kind of funny. Not sure why they did it that way, but that's the way Lego designed it. So, yeah. All right, I am looking for. Oh, there's another hinge. I'm gonna take. If I find the hinge as I'm going through, I'm just gonna pull it out so I have it nearby. There's another hinge. I'm looking for one more. Can't really see it, but it's a tile piece. I'll find it as I go. Kind of was hope. Oh, there it is! Yay! Okay. All right, and the first layer is done. First layer is done. Now, so these are the things I am missing a couple of. I'm missing one of these and two of these. So those were supposed to come in today. Or they were supposed to come in already, but if they don't, you know, I have some extra pieces to use. And I'll just go from there. But they never used these in any other castles, which is kind of funny, because I thought these were neat design wise. So. All right, now the intermixing of another hinge, good, and you can see the color of the pieces is really good overall. 3 and 2. So I had to go through and I was like counting every single one as I went. I'm like, there's a lot of pieces here. You kind of got to layer it as you go. So yeah, right. There's no delivery today. So no mail delivery. So that is what it is. So I'll have to use my substitute pieces. And that's okay. And the funny thing too is using these 2x1s and these 1x1 pieces is how we're going to make a lot of the upper stuff, and so there's so many of these. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, oh, it's Saturday. I'll get them. Nope. It is the 4th. That's what we're celebrating, right? Cat here. I am expecting epicness as far as like fireworks go today. You know, both down in DC and in Philly, and all manners of celebration should be epic today. 250 doesn't come around. Oh, did anyone see Japan? Tokyo celebrated our birthday. They did a huge fireworks thing in honoring the U.S. and I was like, that is so cool. They did that. All right, these two Technic pieces are here for our drawbridge that will come down. Just slowly making our way around. Nope, that's a 3. And there's our last hinge. Good. All right, so I have those for further up the chain, so to speak. Yeah, the quality of these pieces, like this guy had them in his attic for a long time and was just like, you know, the quality of the pieces. I sorted through it just a tiny bit whenever we first started talking, and I was just amazed that they look so good. So I am excited to have this and all the other sets that are in here. Is like this little fire truck, like Cliff was like talking about it, you know, it's called a snorkel, but like it's just a cool little design, you know. I think it'll be fun to do a town and maybe have other people design their own little part of the town, and just combine it all together. I gotta get some classic base plates though to do it. All right, I think that's everything on this layer. Let's move on. All right, Oh, these I should have kept those out because otherwise they're going to be might be hard to find. But the hinges for the doors are going to be a little interesting. Oh, there's one. Woohoo! One hinge, two hinge, red hinge, blue hinge. Ah, where's the other hinge? We'll find it as we go along, right? The idea. So this goes here. You got some old town stuff? Yeah. Town was never, it was just not what I was, into as a kid. It was all the classic space. Just naturally how it was. But yeah, looking more into how stuff was done back in the day and things, I'm like, yeah, that's, it's very creative, and I think it'll be cool to like show people this is what you could come up with just with normal bricks. And it's still, I mean, like, look at it. So we're like making like the window things, like the little openings for what windows would be, just with the bricks. It's like you don't need a window. You can kind of just build it in. Gotta put the pin piece in. These 2x2 plates used all through this build. I don't know, I think my perspective over time has changed, and it's like sometimes simple is best. Sometimes, oh wow, it's 10:48. Putting in those things, what I do with, I put them over here. So these are my, instead of having this, these are my substitute for the time being. Pretty close, but it's just so that like I can finish building this and then I can replace them later. That one colored. Someone did marker on that one. Someone did marker on that one, and that my wife found out very easy to get rid of marker, like permanent marker and stuff, just using antibacterial soap, and it works flawlessly to remove any of that stuff. Pretty awesome. So, let that be a lesson. Ah, there's our other hinge. That's our other hinge piece. Here. Or hand sanitizer. Not antibacterial. Sorry, hand sanitizer. Wrong thing. I'm dumb. I need an admonish button to admonish myself for that. Sorry. Thanks for listening, dear. Alright. Ooh, I gotta do the internal layers because they are important. These are little structures that are going to be utilized as we do more stuff. Hand sanitizer works really, really, really well. Alright, now we're going to throw in our red Technic pieces. They are the drop bridge. And then they're just going to hang out here. So we're going to put them on here. Oh, I didn't get the other pin. Find the other pin first. It's funny. I like whenever they do instructions like this because it's like you put the thing on and it's like, it's just going to hang out here for a little while. That's what we're doing. The other thing too is like, so when they originally made like pieces like this, they didn't necessarily put a stud in there or a pin in there that keeps it together, like having those. Nowadays these things have them in there, but this is the way they were originally done. No pin in the bottom of a what is it called? Incline piece. So, kind of interesting. And then they added them later. 2, 4? Yes. 2, 4. Now we're going to start bridging some of these pieces over here. Ah! It is very weak until it's all supported. I broke it! Two more of those. There's there. That one's interesting because it's offset by one, like kind of half floating in the air. All right. Other half. They had a lot of inclines that they used in this set too. And again, they're very loose whenever they're first being put on because they don't really have much support. I find it funny that for a long time, like whenever you built sets like this, you had to be kind of careful putting it together because again, like these are loose, until you get the stuff bridging them, like they're very loose. And then Lego got away from that slowly as they made things more structurally sound. Now it's kind of started going back. Like as I'm like building some of the things for like Minas Tirith, it's like, oh my word, they have this so loose and it only gets together until, whenever you are done with whatever that part is. And it's like, ooh, this is goofy. Oh, not a 1x1. Got to bridge the gap. So it's interesting seeing them kind of go back and for what I think are poor reasons. I mean, it does end up working out, I guess you could say, but that one doesn't have very good clutch power when I just and there should be one more reverse. There it is. There should be one more reverse. There we go. And those need to be up. All right. Moving right along. And I need a drink. That's been in there for 2 hours and it's kept it cool, so it's nice. All right, this was the other thing that I didn't realize they had done in this set, but they made the threw in a lot of gray to kind of offset the coloring a little bit. Oops. I gotta... There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, this is where it gets a little bit interesting because the pieces are not all situated yet into each other. That's what we're starting to do. And again, there's no count of how many pieces you need. It's just kind of like, here, make it up as you go. You know? And there's no 3x3s, so you have to make your own. Ah! Sometimes you gotta take the pieces off and just put them on separate. Oh, whoops, I don't have it over. There we go. Alright. A really interesting choice too, and I think they did it to make it look like Brickz. But like instead of doing another 2x1 here, they did 2 1x1s, and I think it was just to be like, hey, make it look like it's a little bit more stone. There we go. All right. One by one's on. Now we gotta do the other stuff. Parapets, whatever they're called, that, you know, the soldiers will walk on and be, you know, looking for baddies, people that are coming after them, take their monies or whatever. 1 by 1, 3 by 1, 1 by 1. I think I need one more piece. No, I have them all. Alright, looks good. Looking good. Starting to get rid of some of the stuff that's in here. Let's double check the instructions, make sure they're good. Put those both up. Alright. Here we go. Alright, here's our 4 hinges going back on. Kind of to solidify things a little bit more. And make it so the hinge mechanism actually works properly. These are hinges. So now these will open nicely. Now we start filling in. So we're going to do the edging so people don't fall off when they're walking around up here. And this will really help solidify this whole thing. Because now we're starting to get things solid. We've got our little like I said, our little edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 more. I think 2. Yeah. This is so wobbly. All right. And these are the coolest things. Is like none of the other castles really seem to have it, but like the arches. The Black Monarch's castle. That one's a great castle. Great looking castle. And this is actually I guess it's my 3rd castle. So my 2nd castle was the original King's Castle, which is the one in, where's the book? I shoved it over there. Oh, no. So this castle right here is the King's Castle. And that's like, after they came out with this in 1979 in England, or in Europe, they came out with the King's Castle a couple years later in the early 80s, and I have that one, and it's a pretty cool castle. Oops, I need 2 more of these. And 1 more of those. There it is. Sweet. Yeah, I want me to put those on there. Okay. One more 1x4. Do not. I see a 1x3. I see another 1x3. Ah, there it is. The King's Castle is pretty neat. I got that in a lot also from Marketplace. This one is not. That one's kind of chewed up, so I'm gonna put that aside for now. I have a lot of yellow, so if I'm running out, I can choose a different one. All right, we are almost fully done with the first layer. So again, we have our funny angled or funny inclined pieces. We're gonna put them actually on the, get ready for the drawbridge. And again, they just kind of hang out for right now. Right. Finish this up. I love the fact that it's yellow though, simply because like it almost like harkens back to being like, you know, hey, you know, castles typically were gray because they were made out of stone and mortar and stuff like that, but like Lego was like, hey, let's do yellow, kind of a celebration of yellow, you know, like the figures are all yellow and things like that. At least I think so. Kind of cool way to do it. Alright, is that everything? I think so. I think so, Bray. Got the chewed up one? Yeah. Put the chewed up one over to the side. Alright, so first things first, let's put in our red doors. Not red dwarf, red doors. Here these go. Now here's the interesting thing. We have this thing blocking it, so you can't open them. So you have to... oh wait, you know what? I might have them upside down. Because they are no? They are slightly different, size-wise. but it still does tap into, yeah, it's a little bit offset where the notches are, but based on the instructions, it's still, they still have this thing that's in the way that you have to move in order to actually open the doors. So security, I guess. There we go, red doors. And even though these bricks are in good shape, like they still have some wear on them, which is good. They should have some wear on them. They've been played with. All right, so we did that. 2, 4. So those don't go up any higher. What we do need to put on, though, is our bridging here. Those go over top. Just do both of them now. Thinking about it. And 2. Nice thing is, like, you just open them up if you're like, oh shoot, I don't know where the hinge is. Where's the gap supposed to be? So I don't accidentally, you know, hover over it. Nope. 3. That one's 4. Number 1. 3. This one's a 3 also. Man, a lot of... I was going through and I'm like, man, I'm losing 3x1s. Like, there's so many of them that are used in here. I mean, the 2x1s are utilized a lot too, but those are easier to find, so to speak. Move this more into the middle. There's so many pieces. We're gonna get to, when we get to the towers, those are fun to put together. Alright, finally got around all the way. Looks like everything is there and solid. Again, these don't move right now. That's where 2 of the towers are going to go over here and then 1 over here. And in fact, we put... no. Hey, yeah, that's where it goes. Am I off by 1? No, it's 2, 4, 6. Those are for later. No, those are correct. I have them in the wrong spot. 2, 4. That's interesting. I don't think those work. Going by 2, 4. Oh, there is. Okay. So that's hard to see. Like, they have another dot, like, tucked in back there. I was like, that doesn't work. But the way the instructions were designed was a little bit tough to see. Alright, where is our other one? There it is. There we go. Starting to support those a bit. And this is where we do the 1x1s and 2x1s all along the top edge. This is where they have to peek out and see the enemy and hide behind the... There's, again, so many of these 2x1s and 1x1s that you throw in here. Pretty nuts. That is a 4 and a 3. Clearing these out pretty quick. All these pieces, you can see we've thrown a lot of stuff. We got one side done. That went through pretty quick. So what I'm thinking is, as far as more of the whole town setup goes, again, utilizing this as kind of like the cornerstone, and then having the King's Castle kind of be further along. So like almost layer it, like have space, you know, in the back, castle kind of in the middle, and then town in the front, you know, that kind of thing. But go by, you know, the different time periods and stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that would be kind of a cool way to do it. And so, like, you know, this would be cornerstone, make up whatever over there, but then like King's Castle, and then like something else, like the Black Monarch's Castle or something like that. You know, further along. The one that I never got that I think would be cool, and I've seen a couple places, is the I think it's called the King's Mountain Fortress, which is one that has like a base plate that's like thick. I think that would be cool. All right, so ignore this for now. And we build some towers. These are cool. So we need 3 and 4. We're gonna build these towers, and then we're just gonna immediately set them aside. Yep. We're gonna have 2 more towers to build. There's 3 total in this. A little shaky to start. Central tower, I want this one. And again, lots of 2x1s and 1x1s. Yeah, dunking. All right, so here's where the fun begins. So we got that there. Now we gotta build, so 1, 2, 3 on each side. So 1, 2. That one's only 2, and then we put a window back here. Oh, this is the central one, so it is a little bit different. This one goes up one more, so 1, 2, 3. Then we gotta do the goofy window. The goofy window, I say, because it utilizes these 1x1 barrels. It also uses these. These are like weird headlights. You can't put anything on them. But they're cool as an ornamental thing. But like this is like old school windows that they started, that Lego started with. Funny thing is too is like I had 5 of these windows. I had 5 of them, and I was like, crap, I can't find the last one. I need to order it. So I ordered it from a guy on Bricklink, and then I found the last one, and I was like, man, it stinks. But oh well. So I have a couple extra. And some of them are closed. That's kind of the funny thing. Some of them are actually closed. They don't have a hole in them. And I'm not sure if those are the originals or not. Like how that works necessarily. Bold. How you doing today, Mr. Sisu? You stick around for the end of this, you can be entered in our last giveaway. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's all right. We are finishing the Yellow Castle, though. We are working on the first tower. This is the central tower. That likes to come off. Thanks for tuning in as always. Happy 4th. Celebrate. Hope you're gonna have some kind of celebration to enjoy. Alright, so this is always fun. So the top has all these. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think, I think I have enough of these black. Close stud barrel order. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Because that groove definitely wasn't on any. I mean, like, there are old tiles that don't even have that little groove that I've seen. It's definitely a colorful build. I like it. What you been up to, Zisu? What's been keeping you busy? Oop. See again, that's not on there very well. Just kind of barely hangs out there. There we go. So that's blue. So you see the little blue dot? This is the blue tower. Here we go. So that's going to go like right here. Ding. So I'm just going to set it there for now. We've got 2 more towers to build, and they're a little bit smaller. Get some of these pieces over. Kind of pushed out of the way. And they kept things, oops, putting pieces at myself. They kept pieces, or kind of the style the same all the way through. So like, do we have any, like these 3x1s are dwindling very quickly. But like, they keep the same, like, hey, you can only have a narrow window here, so. Adjusting the summer schedule. Yeah, I can imagine that's fun. Alright, so we got a little arch. These ones are smaller. Smaller little towers. No less insignificant, though. No less important. Something like that. Nope, no panels. The only thing that's really, I guess you could kind of think of it as a panel, is these things. Because they're 3 high and you know, 2 wide, but other than that, yeah, no panels whatsoever. It's all brick built, every single bit of it, which I think is cool. Yep, the horse. You'll see those in a second. So the horses are done at the end. That's funny. The all the figures and everything is done at the end of this. That's how they designed it before. Is like, do the build first, and then the figures come afterwards. Which is kind of different than how it's done these days, which I thought was kind of interesting and cool at the same time. So yeah, there's 3, I think there's 3 black ones and 1 white one. We'll see whenever we get to that. Cat hair. They're like, you've done this already, you can figure out how to do the tops. So yeah, I have all my soldiers over here. It is Castle, yes. Welcome back, Cliffy. We have one more giveaway to do after this. I haven't said what it is, but the castle is looking fantastic. I'm loving building it. Such an awesome design. So once we get done with this, we'll do the giveaway. Like, we'll get everyone in for the giveaway, and then I'll build the horses, because they go at the end. It's kind of weird. Completely different to what Lego does now. Making a pot stop. Alright, so you guys have been in. Alright, there we go. So we're done with this one. This goes on this side, I believe. Got another tower that's pretty much the same thing we just built. It just goes on the other side. Ooh, that's a bad. I don't want to do. Which part? Throw that over there. A pot stop, you know, potty stop. unless it's the other kind of. I'm not gonna assume. Not gonna assume. You know what happens when you assume. Alright, so I need a few more. That one's special. I need a few more of the 8x1s and 6x1s, which I have plenty of them. Which, again, is weird that I have so many. Like so many came in this lot that I got. Two more 3x1s, which may be missing. See, this is where the problem comes with counting that sort of stuff. And the 3x1s have gone away very quickly, so I'll just have to make them up for right now. I have enough of the 2x1s and the 1x1s that I can make a 3x1. Not ideal, but sometimes that's what you have to do for the moment. And I'm not going to take the time to dig through. I thought I counted them right, but I guess I miscounted those 3x1s. Fish fry. Oh, nice. Fish fries are tasty. I love fish fries. Fish fry, interesting. A fish fry on July 4th. I've never thought about doing that. That's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So Cliff, I'll put you in for the giveaway once I finish this tower. Zisu, I'll put you in. Let's do it. So, Mr. Frost won the last one. Cliff, Zisu. Who else is in here? Say something. Then I can put you in for the giveaway. Let me see who wins. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Do I have 7, 8? 7. Do I have an 8th one? Maybe I do not. That's alright. If not, no biggie. I'll get that later. One of these inverted 1x2s. Missing one, looks like. Which again, not a big deal. Those. I have other pieces. This is just what I got from this whole lot of stuff. So if that is the case, I'll do it from my own stash. Ooh, that one's really tight. Space for the inverted. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds. I mean, like again, fish fries are great. Some are better than others, but like overall, fish fries are awesome. I mean, it's possible. There are 8 people in here right now. It says. So if you like. There's a giveaway I'm running. I haven't shown what it is, but it's a bigger thing. Actually, I'll show you what it is. So, when does I have room? There we go. So it's a friend set. It's an older advent calendar from 2023. We had 2 of these, and so I had this one. So this is what we're giving away. Friend set. Print that thingy. Instructions back up. So that's what we're giving away. Make sure I'm going the right direction for this. Aw, doggies. There we go. So, we get this tower finished, and we put it on the other two also. Then we will run the giveaway, and people can be released. No. Oh, I still need a one by stick. There we go. You have any plans today, Zissou? We were talking, and obviously Cliff's going to a fish fry, which is cool. I'm probably going to Brickz and minifigs because they have buy one bag of bulk, get 2 free, which is awesome. What are you doing today? How are you celebrating the 4th? There we go. Let's go and put on yellow. Put on red. And put on blue. There we go. Look at that. That is looking amazing. Pretty cool. So while we get that settled, I really need to use the bathroom. So I will be right back. It's been a long stream, so be right back. Sorry about that. Okay. So, anyone else for the giveaway? Not having plans for now. I have no plans. Okay, that's fine. All right. So, Zissou, I need, since no one else has said anything in the chat, Zissou, I need a number between 1 and 5 for shuffling purposes. And I will take a drink. I got you on there, Cliff. You're red. Anyone in the chat? Giveaway time. Giveaway time. 3. 3 is a magic number. Well, that's what Cliff already chose, so that's okay. So we're gonna shuffle. Wait. Oh, wait. See if anyone else shows up in the chat. Giveaway. Just say hey. No, it's okay. You can use 3. It's just that it's no. You can use it. It's just for shuffling purposes. I mean, you chose 3. That's okay. It's just going to shuffle it. I'll shuffle it 3 times. So it doesn't matter whether Cliff had done it before. I just think it's funny that he did. So there's 7 people. It says in the chat. They forever hold your peace. You got a minute. We'll shuffle it 3 times once we get more people in. Or anyone else in. All right, so while we do that, we're going to build. So this is another thing that Lego did, is they did instructions differently, where you're building 2 different parts of it at the same time. So like the drawbridge, kind of how it goes together. You just feel dirty. That's great. That's so awesome. No, that's a great thing to say. I love it. I feel so dirty. Dirty Z. That's it. That's it. I'm calling you Dirty Z from now on. That's right. I like that, Cliff. That's a thing now. So because these have to go together, we're going to do this part. So this is going to go up here. But we also have to start this part, which is the actual drawbridge. So 30 seconds. Anyone else in the chat? Giveaway. 30 seconds. We're going to build our drawbridge here. Why the towers aren't close to the corner. That's the weird thing. So this one's designed goofy because look how it opens. It opens from the side, and these two can be undone and open from the side too. That's why they're that way. All other castles do it from the corners, like you said. It's kind of just how they designed this one. It's really unique. All right, so put those there. All right, we're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No one else has said anything, so we're going to shuffle 1, 2. It didn't really move much the first time. And we're going to spin. You guys ready? Let's see who wins the friends. Whee! Thanks everyone for tuning in. Oh, it looks like Mr. Cliff is going to win that friends. There we go. 2013, you get some puppy dogs and little salamander type thing, and all right, so Cliff gets 2. These are actually, you know what though? I mean, I'm not a big fan of the mini dolls, but like a lot of the stuff, like the little tiny train with all the little animals and stuff. I mean, like they do have some cool stuff in there, so that's cool. So there you go, Mr. Cliff. Alright, so let's finish this bad boy up. I did get, even though I had some string, I did get an actual, supposed to be, official, even though Lego doesn't really have official string, they had certain types that they used. So this is like actual string. Alright, so I have to get, my instructions back up. Okay, 3, 2. So the way this works is we have a Technic piece that goes here. The string goes through the hole. And that end is not the best, because that one is a little bit frayed, so I'm going to use this end. And congrats, Cliff, and thanks for being here. I really appreciate that. Alright, so we're going to put that on there for now. And where is my... So here's the crank. And it's got a hole that runs through it. Oh no, this one, I didn't realize this. This one has a string in it already. I need to trim that off. I thought it was clear, but it is not. I understand that. That makes sense. I don't want to put a groove in the plastic. There's old string here. I'm trying to get off, but it's a little bit tricky to get in there. I thought this one was clean, but apparently it was not. Or do I have another one? Let me look. I do not. But I do, in the, in these special piece bags that I have, somewhere. Oh, wait. There's an old school one. Look at that. Old school crank thing. Odd yellow mini ball. I forgot what there. I can't think of any. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nope, that one has string on it too, and that one has a lot of string on it. So I have to get this one off. So Zisu appreciates it. Come on. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay. So, let's make sure. Oh, that's the other end. This is the good end. And it goes this way. See if we can get it through first. Batman, first try. Lick it and twist it. Got it. There we go. Got it through. And the fun part is tying it. Oh, that would make sense if it was this. Ah! Don't want to make it go all the way through. Woohoo! Like that. Alright, so let's take that off now. Because I want to try to make the tie as small as possible because we want as much string as we can. Pull it through a little bit more just so I can get it around and then I can pull it back. Pardon me as I do this delicate work. My big fingers make it difficult to go around and there we go. Okay, got the first one on. First. Here's the second. Alright, not bad. Right. So we got it knotted. I'll trim it off, but I'm not going to. Put this end through. And it's kind of interesting how they did drawbridges at the beginning. Oh, yeah, the Maleficent Dragon set is pretty cool. Alright, so here we go. So the idea for this drawbridge, and here's the thing, we have to like string it through. And it's going to sit there loosely until we get it all together. So we throw it through here. And then back through here. So there's our drawbridge. And then we just put it here, and then we use this Lego plate to stomp on it, essentially. And that's how the rope works. So we gotta finish this up. So this is where we put our special piece. This is our special offset piece that has the flag on it. It has to be offset so it goes more towards the middle. So, as soon as I'm done with this, I will be done. So I'm finishing this up, and that is that. So I appreciate you stopping by, Cliff, and stopping back in. I'll contact you about getting your cool gifts. And there might be a surprise in there for you. Just saying. So, thanks for tuning in, as always. Really appreciate it. Alright, so here's our drawbridge. This goes on here. These fit on here. Oops, can't have the rope through there or it won't work. Let's wind it up. Whee! Look at that, it actually works. Whee! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, that does not... So it doesn't quite close all the way, unless I missed one. No, I think I have them all. The 2 goes right there. Yeah, no, that's as close as it goes, because the it does lower too, but the edge of the thing here runs into the arch just a bit, so it doesn't fully close all the way. It goes right there, so that's cool. And it does empty down though. So, all right, sounds good, Cliff. Thank you. All right, there we go. That looks awesome, doesn't it? All right. Now we're at this point. We're at the horses. We're at the figures and everything. They do this last, which I think is kind of funny. So I'm gonna move the rest of my pieces out of here. And I have some extra arches, which is interesting. I don't know what those are for. So I'm gonna have to find out. So let's move the castle out of the way and let's build some horses. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horse, beer for my horses. All right. So let's build some horses. There are 3 black horses, so we're gonna do those first, okay? Man, I've been streaming for a long time. Almost 3 hours. So that's all right, we're almost done here. I knew this was gonna be a longer stream and a more fun celebration stream, but hey, you know what, that's all right. Appreciate everyone being here and tuning in. Congrats to the giveaway winners. Okay, so 1, 2. I do like the fact that that the horses are brick built and they look pretty cool. Now, here's a funny thing. So they did brick built horses just recently for thing. I can't remember what it was. I guess it's the new castle whatever. And I think their brick built horses look awful. I think these ones look cool, but I think the ones that they did look awful. The new ones, I think, are bad. These ones, I think, look cool. Yeah, 3 and 1. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. I think they don't look that great. So. And see this is a complaint I'm having with Lego right now, is the fact that they seem to be doing things like, hey, classic, this is how Classic Castle used to be. Okay, do it, go back to it and make it, make it cool again. But they're not. They're just like, here, we're gonna make our own version of Classic Castle, and there you go. So it's like, that's not what the people want, but okay. All right, there's our first horse. Looks pretty good. I think these look just fine. And they use a tile. Yeah, I can kind of get that, but I think they look worse than these ones. I'm not impressed with the techniques they use to make the Brickz courses. And you're right. I mean, there's a possibility. Like, I've done that with some sets where, like for instance, like the Atari, we built it and it was just like, this is a great set. But when we first saw it, it was kind of like, there's not much to it. But all right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Let's build our white brick belt horse. And special. Ooh, I got the wrong one. We'll have to put yellow for now. Let's do it on the back right. He's a special person. I got 4 of these instead of just 3, and so like I don't have the right angled brick in white. That's okay. We'll fix that sometime. It actually looks kind of cool that way. Alright, there's our mostly white horse right there. And now we gotta get some knight, don't we? So let's get, this guy is the red knight. As you can see, he's got a gray space on it. I don't have his shield, I don't think. White with yellow spot horse. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah. I don't think I have his shield. Not all the shit. We'll just use this one because it's got the coloring. Okay, there we go. Got a lot of these guys. This is for the Black Knight. He's actually the rarest. Like, his thing costs a lot of money. I think it's like $30 just for the visor. But we've got a lot of these guys. And I don't have any of the axes for them, which is sad, but it's okay. I do have a couple swords, so one guy here. And these are actually the bodies for the other one. For like, this is the Black Knight body. So I'll give partial, but I don't have his helmet, unfortunately. So we'll do Black Knight. And where's his shield? There we go. So we had his shield. Give him a lance. But he has no helmet. And he has no pants. No, that just rhymed. And the funny thing is, the Black Knight is on the white horse, so I figure that out, but oh well. There we go. We'll put the White Knight over here, or the Black Knight over there. So, all right, another dude with a shield. Another tower. Don't ask how they get up in these towers. They just do. Alright. He goes there. These are the white ones. The white knight guys. As you can see, they don't have any printing on them because it's all on the things. Now this goes with the red knight. I don't have the other red guy. I might have to dig through it. No. Like, I want to see how the mechanism works, but I'm not planning on getting the pinball set. I think it's... I saw a review of it. The guy was like, it's kind of a neat idea, but it also is very lacking. It's, like, very simple. I just wanted the mechanism because I want to do a giant pinball. I'll put him on the drawbridge. I want to do a giant pinball type thing, and to understand how that mechanism works, I think will improve it. Oh, I do have another gray helmet, so there, he's got his helmet. There's that guy. There's this set came with so many soldiers. It's pretty cool. Got another lance over here. We'll have him sitting here behind the parapet, or whatever it's called. Like, hey, what's up? And last but not least, nope, they're not leaving their posts. Last but not least, we have the flag. There it is. This goes right here. I had a Lego flag that was in this whole thing, but like, I mean, I can put that there too. But this is the flag that goes with it, as you can see. There's a couple stickers that are on the sides here that I don't have. There's one that goes up here in the front that's like the shield. Very involved, obviously. The stickers are pretty rare. I think I have some other ones, but like this is the big one. This thing here. The figs. The figures aren't even that great. Like, it's, I know it's the new color or whatever for it, but it's like a space baby and a bigger baby, and it's just they're in the sand blue, whatever that color is. Yeah, I agree. Like, but at the same time, it's like they're not. And to have to get the set in order to get those figures. Oh, you picked up the baby on whatnot. There you go. Yeah, that was smart. That was a good idea. So, all right. So we're done. I mean, like, we've done multiple sets. We did the little mail carrier guy. Don't tell Cliffy he's getting this set. He wanted this set, the one that got away. Don't tell him. Because he wants some giveaways. And yeah, this is the start. This is the beginning of the classic town, I guess. $10 for a space baby, that's nuts. But it is how things go. And this is cool how it opens up. Let's take these off. I mean, it's kind of cool how it all opens. You could almost put stuff here in between the different areas. Like, this actually opens all the way, almost. Which would be silly, but... there we go. $10 for a space baby. That's just insane. But it is the market, so... thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hopefully Monday I get the pieces to finish the ends over here. These taller slanted pieces. The classic, that's what I'm working on, Zissou. You probably didn't hear, but we got the idea when I got this lot. All these things, Bat Tracks, this, classic, this, which is 2 of those rocket things. Like this whole bag that's right here. And like all these things that are back here. And I still have more to look through. I got it for $40. The guy was awesome, and it gave me the idea because he had a... Do I have it over here? I do not. He had a... a Lego Ideas book in there, and going through that Lego Ideas book is a story of Lego, of building. Like, there's no words, but you build the story, and it goes through town, starting off with just a house, gets bigger. It's like, oh, there's a fire. No, now you need to build a medical center and that sort of thing. And yeah, to get this for $40 is insane. As much as I did, but all the other stuff too, and like, that's what I want to do, is because like so much now is like, and you can argue it one way or the other, like there's so much now of the stuff is specialized pieces and things. Modulars look fine. I know people love those for their towns and stuff, and I'm like, I want to be creative and make, like, I don't want a town. I want something to display and show progression. So like from the 70s, like this is 79, but like even stuff earlier before we get to like even the 80s with like some of these sets. It's just so much that you could do with just normal bricks. I mean, yeah, you have some specialized pieces like the arches and things. But yeah, it's the coolest book. And there's stuff that you can. I just wanted to design normal how and be like, this is the imagination. Smart bricks is not imagination. I'll say that till I know Kevin disagrees with me. I'll say it till the day I die until it's proven to me otherwise. That's not the smart brick is not imagination. The old lights and sound stuff was a little bit imaginative and different because of how you could use it. But like, this is where imagination is, just using the bricks and building. I mean, you can see how blocky it is and stuff, and I think it looks amazing. So that's where the start is going to be. So this is the start. This is going to be our centerpiece for this creation. I don't even know where it's going to go or what it's going to be, but it's going to be something. So now I got to get bunches of base plates. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Tuesday we are going to continue. Well, see, here's the thing. Kevin works for Lego. He works for our local Lego store, and he's a member of our lug. And he says, you know, he sees kids playing with them all the time. My experience with it, and I only had a little bit because it was, again, it's geared for children, which I think is a bad statement for Lego to say. It shouldn't matter who it's geared for. It should work the way it's supposed to. And you know, it's just what I've seen on videos of like how it's supposed to interact. It doesn't. So again, that's just me. Until I get my hands on some discounted ones, because I am not paying full price for that. You know, I'll have to go with what I see in videos and stuff like that until I can do it myself. But yeah, yep. Happy 4th. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Until next time, as always, keep on building, and may the brick be with you. And Tuesday, more minus tiers. So we'll see ya. Thanks again, everyone. Have a happy 4th.